central, sort of on the east core for us. We were in Wisconsin. We've been in the Illinois, Chicago area, and we're heading to Michigan right after. So 11 days, 12 seminars, hopefully thousands of people that get a chance to not only hear a great message, but act on it. And I was one of those people myself. Some 16 years ago, I was diagnosed with multiple incurable illnesses. Crohn's disease, which is an inflammatory bowel disease. I had symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis and chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia. I had heart problems, liver problems, kidney problems, multiple urinary tract infections. I had prostatitis. I had fungal, bacterial, and viral infections. I had extreme anemia with an iron level of 0 for over 18 months. Not only that, I had lost 80 pounds, starting at 185 pounds and reaching a low of 104 pounds in a wheelchair. And this was in the prime of my life, or it was supposed to be. During this period of time, I visited medical doctors, I visited natural health practitioners, and traveled the world to 69 medical experts trying to find answers. Over-promises and under-deliveries saw me sicker than when I started. And each and every person, doctor, nutritionist, told me at the end that I was a bad patient, I was really depressed, it was my fault. But when you are that sick and you look in the mirror and don't believe what you've become, and when you leave the house on occasion and people are repulsed by you, not drawn to you, it's a tough situation. During this period of time, I learned what it was like to be sick, and of course how important my health used to be when I had it. During this period of time, I realized that health is such a valuable asset that we have. And I made a commitment that if I could get well and just help one person either overcome disease or better yet avoid it, this will have all been worth it. This trapped in this prison that was my own body that I described, never being able to sleep more than 45 minutes, not being able to leave the house other than go to doctors, left me very hopeless. But I had enough faith on one memorable day to ask my mother to take my photograph in front of the closet. She didn't want to. There I was standing at 111 pounds with my boxer shorts and nothing else and barely able to stand, and she didn't understand why I wanted her to take my picture, but she agreed to do it after some hesitation. And the reason I needed her to take this picture was because I wanted the world to know when I got well where I started from. I wanted them to understand the miracle that was about to happen. Now, mind you, I didn't have a great answer at that point. I didn't have somebody telling me something that was working and that I really believed was putting me on the right path, but I just had faith. In fact, I had faith that I wasn't put on this earth just to suffer and die as a teenager. Now, I would love to say I woke up the next morning completely well, but days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and about a year after that, just about the point when I was ready to get a dangerous and at that time experimental surgery, I met a man by telephone in San Diego, California. I was in South Florida at the time, and from 2,300 miles away, he told me that he knew why I was sick and how I could get well. See, I'd heard it 69 times before, but I wasn't turning away any advice. He said that if I follow a diet based on the Bible that is thousands of years old, now proven through history and confirmed by science, I could be well. Something interesting happened. That little bit of faith I had became hope. And I thought to myself, this makes sense. If I can get well through a diet and a lifestyle program, not some of those crazy gadgets, gizmos, potions, and injections that I had before, it would be easy for me to share with others. So I got on an airplane in my wheelchair and traveled 2,300 miles across the country to meet a man I didn't know and learn how to eat from a book that's thousands of years old. And in just 40 days, following a health plan I later named the Maker's Diet, I got my health back. But instead of getting my life back, I really got a new life. And I had a mission and a vision and even a passion to see the health of this nation and world transformed one life at a time. I wanted to tell the world because certainly, while not everybody has the same disease as I had, people had to be inspired, right? People had to want to get better, right? Many people were suffering, right? Well, when I got home to Florida, not everyone was ready for the message, so I did the next best thing and got a job at my local health food store, stocking organic beans and corn chips. I wasn't real passionate about that, but I did love to answer people's questions when they walked in the store. They would walk in suffering from this or that health challenge. Their child had autism. Their